And I think he's just got another moulding machine. Plus, I think he's taken on another member of staff. So the turnaround might be quicker now, because it used to be. I mean, when I ordered my big order after I'd got the initial 2 box sets, I picked it up at Sheffield at Joy of Six.
Oh yeah.
And I brought it on Monday, and it was a big order. A lot of money. I won't say how much, but it was a fair few quid. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But it was worth it because I got everything I needed.
Yeah. No, it does look good. I've been watching is it Little Wars TV? I can't stand these. I've got to take one out. And I was watching their because they use the Ultra of Freedom. I was watching that one today, and that was 6 mil. And no, it does lend itself to a big battle.
Yeah, it's good. And as I say, if you go for, I don't know, if you go for a 60 by 30 base, which I did.
Yeah.
If you got 2 ranks on that, maybe a few skirmishes out front.
Yeah.
For a brigade, you're only talking maybe 30 figures tops, and you've got you've got a brigade, so you wouldn't need a huge amount. You see, I went for 3 ranks, which was obviously increased the cost and increased the amount of work and paint, and but, I didn't have to go that way. I could have just gone with skirmishes, but I did separate skirmish bases. And I'm pleased I did go the way I went now, because it looks good.
Yeah, it does look good. I've been watching your videos.
Yeah, and they look especially good when they're in column, because they're like, I don't know, 6 abreast or something like that, and you've got like half a dozen ranks. So it looks like a big regiment on the march.
Look at the quality. I love this camera. Look at the quality, Ian. Can you see?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, looks good.
Here we have the English, and here you cannot see the flank here, but you can see you have the French.
Yeah.
And the French will be the attackers, and the English will be the defenders. Also, there is plenty of reinforcements that can be added. The maybe same amount of miniatures are back, not in the table yet, on the table.
What we're going to be moving in, we're going to be using inches or centimeters.
Inches. Oh, like Hail Caesar.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I was thinking, like,
you see guys, in the back, you see one old wooden table with some miniatures. This is the remaining. It's a lot.
Good Lord.
And also, when I was younger and had time, I used to do these things. So instead, when I was using impetus, when I was instead of using dice, I was making these little things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So just, instead of putting dice and saying -1 or -2, you put these things. They look fun, they're like, from whatever was remaining from the armies. And you can put it behind the unit. And instead of putting a dice, it looks a bit back. It's not it's not a work of art, but at least instead of a dice, you can put it behind and be one with the terrain, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it blends in with the table.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah.
This camera, Kurt, is amazing. He's zooming in 10 centimeters, in 5 centimeters, huh?
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad you got it.
Yeah. So, yeah, instead of using a dice. So, I'm just trying to show you how it looks. So, yes, this is how, if we move in the center a bit, let me move a bit. This is a crossbow man. These are French men-at-arms. This is a large unit of French men-at-arms. I will come. These are the mounted knights. Let's put the commander here. I had some accidents. I need to glue something. And here is another mounted knights. And here is a unit. I will put it here. Reserve of. And these are the Scots. With archers and large unit of Scots pikemen. I will bring the camera so you can see, have a close look. And Ian, I'm going to bring it so you can see how clear it's going to be.
Yeah, okay.
So this is, and you can have reserves in the back. I mean, as soon as I move the armies, I'm going to put the reserves in the back. And here, these things I was telling you about. I mean, if you put it in the back, it doesn't look that bad, you know, just...
No. You're putting them in the right place, because that's where the casualties are going to occur.
Only talking, you Brits, only talking. And here's Ian's team. I mean, Ian will fight for this elevated position in front of the difficult ground, I'm sure, so he can have a clear sight and disrupt my attack. But that's why I put my crossbowmen here, my Genoese crossbowmen, so at least I can have some firepower and try to cover the march, you know, cover the advance of the main army with some crossbow fire, although, you know, it's not as good. But at least that's why I put my crossbows in front of his longbows. These are also men-at-arms. Now Ian has an empty space here, so maybe he will use his longbowmen like this. And then he has a unit of mounted. This is, okay, let's show. This is Ian's sub-commander, Stafford.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, wait, let me focus. Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is Stafford, one of my favorite commanders of the 100 Years' War. Then we have his left flank. No, this is, yes. His left flank is commanded by Camoys, another favorite of mine. And Ian's favorite, and as we all know, is Ampheville, who is, he lost the hand, I have to glue it, sorry guys. He's going to be the main commander of the army.
I hope he's got both Louis arms by the battle.
Yeah, because when I moved them, I lost the arms there. I have to glue an elephant also arm. I have to glue. And also these are Ian's spearmen. He will put them in the flanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they look a miserable bunch. I wouldn't fancy facing them.
And he will support his flanks here. So we put him to the fixing table. And this is, let me go close if you want. So I think it's when they get close to each other and you can put the camera lower, it's going to be amazing. What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Most definitely.
Let me do this again. Kurt, can you give us any, I don't know, any tips, lights, anything?
Well, what kind of lighting are you using? You got any daylight bulbs?
I'll show you now. 1 second.
I'm a professional about lighting.
Yes.
King of the candles.
Yeah. Just room lights? That'll work. It looks good.
Wait.
You got to use what you got.
I have this light.
Yeah. Is that a daylight bulb or no?
It's a yellow one. I can use a blue one. I can buy you one if you want.
Well, the best you can use are daylight bulbs, but if you don't have them, that's fine because it looks great as it is.
Yeah, you can see clear enough.
Yeah.
What's a daylight bulb?
A very expensive bulb.
Yeah. It's like an ordinary one, Nick, but it's not black. If you get a black one, it's a night bulb, and they're crap. They really are.
Okay. And here we have my favorite commander for the Scots, Douglas. Ian hates him, but I love him.
Nah, I don't like Douglas. He's a spot ball for a few hours.
Very nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
What
nice.
scale are they? Are they 28?
28 mm, yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Just the only advice I could give you is when you're actually playing and filming, try to move the camera as little as possible.
Yeah.
Avoid that shaky cam stuff going on. But
Yeah.
if you like right now, it's perfect. It's a beautiful scene. You could move from here, roll your dice, and all that good stuff can take place right here.
Yeah.
Occasionally shift it to get a better view or an angle or something you want to emphasize, but avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah.
Especially shaky cam, right, Ian?
Yeah.
Don't be kicking the
I mean,
cam.
you can put your laptop at the far end, and so you've got two different camera views.
Yeah.
Even though the picture's not as good, it doesn't matter. You know, you can see down to the Scottish end and what's going on at that end.
Yeah.
So
Here is the reserves of the French militia purposes.
Wow.
they look good, don't they?
And let me show you the reserves of the English. Is
A Tiger
So-
2.
some English and Burgundian knights.
Yeah.
Nice. Since you got autofocus on,
Yeah.
if you keep autofocus on during the game, always double check your camera to make sure it's in focus. Because like right now, I could see when you're focusing in right now on these guys real close to the camera, sometimes your camera stays focused in that little region and everything else, the table is out of focus. You got to
Yeah.
watch it now.
Yeah.
There it is. Just popped
Yeah,
back.
yeah, I get it.
That's
But,
it. Good to me.
Do you like the setup? The field. We put the river in the center so we can have some, difficult ground.
Difficult ground, all right. You got a river crossing.
Yeah,
gonna
river crossing. We're gonna make it not difficult, but I'm gonna check the rules how it will work.
And this bridge that's nearest, you can only cross that in file. You can't cross it. Where the one further along, you can cross it in full, in line of battle. But this one nearest, you've got to cross it in column.
I'm going to say it's going to favor the English. If they want to be a little defensive with the high ground, which they have, and lots of arrows, they're probably going to be pretty defensive there because of that river.
The only trouble is with Hail Caesar is, of course, you don't know if you're going to make your move. And if, are you going to get the 2 moves you need to get to the hill, or are you going to throw a 6-6 and blunder? And,
That's true.
So you can never totally, you know what you want to do, but you never know with the vagaries of the dice rolling what's going to actually happen. I've got a plan. I'd love to have that hill to control the bridge and the stream, but if I roll a bloody, because the commander's at 8, if I roll 8 or above, he's not going to move.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got to hope to roll, 3, 4, 5, something like that.
I think that rule works great if you got big battles. Like this is a big battle. And when I played Black Powder, I always thought, well, what would be the obvious solution to this issue? And that would be take your commander and put him as close to the units you want to guarantee that you want them to move up and do this or do that or whatever. Put him in there. But even that doesn't guarantee they're going to do what you want. So it's out, like you said, it's always that element of unpredictability. Even if the commander's there guiding them along, they might not move so fast or they might not go where you want.
Yeah, that's true. Here are the famous pencil stakes. My first stakes ever when I
Pencils.
This is my first try of stakes. It was not very successful, but anyway.
Looks good.
Yeah, they're all right.
Big.
We'll stop tanks then.
Yeah, big beams.
Imagine if they manage to go up here, I'm screwed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go around them. You got this, Nick. You got this.
I will crush him, my friend.
Yes, you will. You got this, Ian. You got this. Come on.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll go.
I asked him, Ian, I told him if you want, we said we're not going to use kings, so we're not going to use Henry.
Yeah.
Sword looks bent.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Because they moved, and we had some minor accidents, but
Yep.
But all's well now.
I like those little helmets at the end of the table. They're like 3/4 size, aren't they, or half size?
Sorry, which one? Sorry, this one?
The helmets at the end of the table. Oh yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah.
It's like 1/16 or something.
But yeah, if you like them big.
I like that. Look at that.
Yeah, they look good, don't they? Just,
Yep.
just,
I can give
just
you
set
this.
them. Oh, you got the Rail McCoy.
Oh, nice.
We should make you wear that during the battle.
I was gonna say.
Full suit of armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clank, clank.
Let's see you roll the dice now, baby.
So these are fun. I bought them from the UK a long time ago. They're fun.
Wow. Wow, that's nice. Think.
And these are some stakes that Ian can use.
Yeah.
You can put them here.
Don't the French get stakes at all? Not even an option?
No, they don't. They never did.
Okay. More, do they have some crossbowmen in there? French?
Yeah. Well, there is the crossbowman. The French firepower is here. The crossbowman here, and they have down there some. I have to move it. No problem. Some Scottish archers. I will bring them.
Yeah. The thing about these crossbowmen is they fire in a straight line, so I might just stand my archers behind that little hill and just shower them over the top.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what the problem now. That what Ian has here. The problem. Ian here has his spearman. Okay. And he has no firepower, and here I have Scottish archers. So if he doesn't attack, I will not move here. I will keep shooting at him.
Yeah. And once he gives way, do you got something to follow up with?
I have Scottish men at arms.
Right.
Good. A bit slow, but they'll do the trick.
Yeah, they're not the best, but they are tough.
Hurrah!
So, yeah, what do you think of the new camera? It's very clear, huh?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's 10 times better than what I was looking at the other day when you were showing the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
That is nice. I can only hope mine comes in as good.
It should do if it's the same camera. It should
Yeah.
be fine.
You too, Andrew. Let me look at your picture for a moment. You're pretty good. You're as good as you can get. I can see it clear as day.
What camera is it again?
The one I
It's-
have.
Well, you've all got the same, haven't you?
Yeah, the C90.
I have the Logitech C922.
Yeah, that's the one I have. Yeah.
Oh, I've the one that's down from that.
The 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just as good actually. It's a little bit cheaper. It's actually the camera that preceded the one I have, but
Yeah.
it's actually just as good, honestly. The most recent is the C922. There is some newer ones after that, which I don't know if they're any better. I don't know what they're numbered, but C922 is the way to go, or the 90 that Andrew has.
Looking at it.
Amazon.
Let me show you
Yeah, I was looking at Amazon.
Let me show you something. Let me check something. So yes, that's how it's going to go. Hail Caesar. I have to read the rules a bit.
Yeah, that is crystal clear. That's fantastic.
Thanks.
It makes a big difference when you're playing online. Big difference.
£81. That's not so bad.
Because especially if the armies come closer.
And if you had two of them on opposite sides of the table,
Yeah, that'll be amazing. I was thinking, yes, but you need two laptops, correct?
no, you can get a hub for get like a hub that has 4 ports in it for 4 different USB devices,
I have ports available.
and they could all run off the same laptop.
Okay. Where I can connect my other camera with USB, and I can have the camera, the normal camera, the good one, this one.
Yep.
Do you need any special software to run 2 cameras or
No.
This one.
I use OBS. That's what I would use to run multiple cameras.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you would have to have something like OBS to run multiple cameras, because how else are you going to do it?
I have 3D3 gear. That's good.
Some type of software.
Yeah.
Like if you look at my screen, you see I got 2 cameras, and one is my webcam, the other one is my C922. So there's 2 cameras right there I'm using,
Yeah.
and that's through OBS. So you'd need some type of software. XSplit. I like OBS because it's free and powerful.
The OBS is very good.
I want to get another C922, but I gotta get one of those hubs we were just talking about, because my USB ports, they're all being used. I got a microphone, I got a camera, and I only got like 2 USB ports on this thing. That's it. Gotta get a hub.
You need yeah, I know what you mean.
They're not expensive. They just plug in. It just plugs into one of the USBs on your laptop, and then you get all the ports that it has on it to hook into, like 4 or 6. I've seen them as big as a dozen different different ports. God. Yeah, that's nice.
I want to see if I move the light on the other side, if it's better. I don't know. No, here it's better.
I like that river. That river's a nice piece.
Is it homemade?
No. I bought it a long time ago from a UK shop.
I'm looking today at making my own, but that is really
Also, I'll
nice.
tell you something very nice. Most of these figures, I mean, there's a great number of different types. I mean, you have mostly you have Perry, plastic and metal, and you have Claymore, but you have also here. I mean, there's a mixture. You have here. You have Foundry, you have Black Tree, and you have Essex. I mean, these were the first types I used, Essex and Black Tree. But these ones I bought some time ago. They are this American company. I don't remember. It's quite cheap. They're not bad. They're not like, of course, they're not like Perry for sure, but they're not bad miniatures. They're quite cheap. I don't remember the type. Old Glory. Yeah, that's
Glory.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. God.
These are all glory. They're not that good, but they're not bad either.
You fill out the ranks well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How many figures do you have?
All the armies should be more than 3,000 figures.
Oh wow.
Let me say something. It's too much, but yes, more than 3,000 because I have more than 400 bases, and each base has 5, 4. There's a lot. I mean, what you see in the table is half of the remaining army.
Bloody hell.
Avon calling.
Yeah.
So it's taken a few years to collect all that then.
Karen knows me. I'm very boring in playing miniatures. I collected and painted 100 Years' War for 8 years. I haven't deviated from 100 Years' War for 8 years, from 2000, almost 10.
And look what you have to show for it. You know, there's a lot of wargamers that are envious of what you have accomplished.
For sure, yes, I agree. But I haven't done anything else. I haven't touched any other era.
Good.
I thought I was two and a bit years into the ACW, but good Lord.
Think of how big your collection will be, Andrew.
Yeah, if I carry on like that. Nick.
And these are some peasants that I painted. From the first miniatures I painted, some peasants.
Wow.
French peasants.
Nasty group of fellows.
Yeah. These ones.
I like the fact he has a lot of banners and flags all through his army.
Yeah, it really makes it colorful.
Yeah. It looks right. It looks appropriate. It looks like 100 Years' War era armies clashing.
Yes, and there's too many banners I haven't put yet. I mean, I have too many banners.
I hear Greek TV.
Oh, sorry, I have to wait. It's talking about Prince Harry or something. One second, Kurt, I'll be back.
Okay, Nick, go ahead.
It's got a collection. Oh my.
Yeah, he's got a lot of different types, manufacturers mixed in there.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a weathered collection. You know, the bent spears and stuff. It's seen a lot of battles.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to hand it to him. It looks fantastic. In 28 mil, no less.
Wow. Yeah. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do 15 because that video that he just posted on Ian's channel, setting up the armies, I thought they were 15. But it's these guys right here, so it's 28, I guess.
Unless he's got both.
And took the time to display them both. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to ask Ian about that.
Yeah.
Ian, I want to ask you something. That video you posted like yesterday or the day before, the preview, it was showing all the armies laid out on the tabletop, this tabletop, I believe.
Yeah.
But I thought those figures were 15s.
No, it was
They were these, 28s.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, no, they were the 28s. There was a photograph Nick took when we set the table up. They then went along, took some photographs and run down the battle lines. And
Okay.
that's the troops you can see now.
Oh, there's a wagon.
Yeah, it's bringing the beer for the boys.
That's great. What a collection.
Guys, give me 5 minutes. I'll be back.
All right, Nick.
All right, mate. Yeah,
Fantastic collection.
Yeah, but it's concentrated on medieval right from he's never veered off. He's always stuck to early 100 years and late 100 years wars, and I think he's got some barrel war stuff as well. But other than that, I don't think he's veered away from the medieval period. So there's many years of collecting there.
Which I think is a boon. I like it. I like the idea of being focused like that, and seeing the results of that collecting for, in his case, 8 years, he said. That's great. I mean, not many people can do this.
No.
He's got all these armies and all the banners and all the little nice touches, like the little wagon, is sitting in the middle. All these little things he's collected through the years. A lot of players today, they don't even have the little wagons, they don't have even near what he's done in numbers and variety.
He's got the camps as well, the tents and
Yeah.
the big fancy tents and all that. He's got them as well. Certainly the French, I think he's got it for the English as well.
That's what I'm looking to get at the moment. It's 10mm camp scenes. I've bought a load of tents. They came 1 month ago. But I'm looking to do like a American Civil War camp for Union and Confederate. I can't seem to find 10mm figures for a camp. I may have to get some other type of ranges and convert them somehow.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Even a couple of bands. I'd love to have a couple of Civil War bands.
Yeah.
That would be good.
I've been always keeping my eye out for Napoleonic bands to have on my battlefield. I always imagined if you're doing 7 Years' War, the Frederican Warfare, that era, and before that, you could put together a little orchestra, put them on the side on a hill, and they're playing their violas and violins and cellos, guy orchestrating them as the battle progresses. That'd be cool.
Even marching off the wall, they would have a band playing them off.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. No, that's something I'm going to look into as well.
Fifes and drums.
Guys, so put some English reinforcements on the back.
No, that is crystal clear.
Yes, I was amazed at the quality. I remember when I bought it yesterday, and I remember because I saw it when they showed it to me. I remember Kurt that he had the same, and it was very much. So it's another minute. I'm seeing.
Like I said, I think it really helps get you into an online game. This makes, to me personally, this makes a huge difference. The fact that I could see so clearly the armies and the dice rolls and all that stuff too. But looks like you're there. You're there,
Yeah, that's true. Because when the pictures are good, okay, you can watch, but you get bored. I mean, people like watching the miniatures, how the paints, exactly what you said, Kurt. Now here's another unit.
Wow.
Yeah, that is good.
this is one of my favorite mounted. Sir Robert Fulhurst and Sir John Berkeley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good.
The great thing with medieval armies, you always got something to look at. There's always something that catches your eye.
Yeah, should be a good battle when we get cracking on that. It's certainly be nice and clear to see the bases.
Yeah.
You know, even the archers down the far end, you can see their archers. Where before I used to have to ask, you know, is there archers there or is it men at arms? Because I couldn't make it out, but you can see clear now.
Yeah.
Try something. Put the laptop closer so I can move the camera a bit. So because, for example, I was thinking when guys, if you're getting bored, let me know. I'm just playing around.
No, you can look at it.
So much to look at.
For example, if you have a melee closer, you can put it in, you know, somewhere here.
Yeah.
And you can focus in a certain battle. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Or you want to watch from here, Ian wants to see.
Yeah, that's a good view there.
Yeah.
Good lighting. Looks good. Just remember your autofocus. It'd be a shame where it gets locked out of focus and it's all blurred and you don't know it.
Yeah.
But,
should I put normal focus or like I do the focusing or no?
I don't know. Take a chance with the autofocus. Just be aware of it because if you're going to move the camera around quite a bit, you probably don't want it in manual focus.
Yeah, the good thing is that because I will be watching, I will be playing the big game, but because Ian will be watching from the camera, he will immediately notify me, you know, it's out of focus, Nicholas, something like that.
Yeah, you know what you need to do? You need to get your wife to be your cameraman. She'll be sitting there in front of the computer and the camera, making sure it's all in focus, zooming in, rushing around the table to get a good shot.
Yeah, well, if my wife sees all these minis that she doesn't know anything about, I told her that I don't have money to buy her a purse, she's going to divorce me immediately, you know?
Yeah. All right, scrap that idea.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
It was a good idea. Not practical, but good.
Yeah, maybe you can bribe somebody out in the street. Come on in and sit here for a while. Some kid off the street. You know, hey, come on in. Your cameraman.
This is the Ian's mounted unit.
Beautiful.
These are Essex and Games Foundry. This is Games Foundry. All these. These are Essex. These are from the first minister painted. Where is this? Okay. Yeah. These are all Essex. These guys. This is Games Foundry. These are Essex. Essex.
Yeah, they take it.
And here are the spears. You can go closer. Here's Ian spears. These are all Essex, and these are front rank, but all the other are Essex.
Mm-hmm.
I have all the types. I mean, I have almost every major 100 Years' War manufacturing here. I like variety, you know, although I have to say that Claymore and actually Perry are the best by far, but all of them have their own, characteristics and their own beauty. I mean, Essex has very nice figures, I think, and Games Foundry. These two are Games Foundry. The others are Essex.
Now, having all the different makers together, it really does give it a bit of life to the stands.
Yeah.
All the different ranges. It's like every figure you look at is almost.
It's almost unique, yeah.
Yeah. Especially with the plastics. I mean, Perry's plastics are fantastic for the amount of poses you can swap and convert.
And this is a camp. The camp I did a long time ago, but I'm not going to use it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I can put it here, so you can watch it.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
I like the bridge too.
Yeah.
Is that a card bridge or is that a actual model?
This bridge here?
Yeah, the one in the camera. That one. Okay. Resin.
Yeah. But this bridge, I like this bridge as well.
Little sagging wood one.
Yeah. Maybe we can make it unreliable. I don't know. We'll talk with you. We can make it.
Little shaky.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to cross that. I don't know.
These are mounted French.
I hope you got a lot of energy, Nick. Running a game like this is going to take time, and it's an effort.
Yeah,
good workout.
I'm not working now. I have off, so I think we're going to do it in installments, maybe 1.5 2 hours, something like this. But that's why I chose Hail Caesar, because Hail Caesar is a fast game. First of all, the movement is fluent. Just in maybe in 1 round or in 2 or 3 rounds, if you are not lucky, you'll be shooting and fighting melee. So with other rules, slowly, maybe it's a bit more difficult to reach this stage quickly. But that's the point of these rules. Hail Caesar, Black Powder is the point is that you have a big game and you just you want to get on with it. You want to get to the fight, and the movement is very fluent. It's very easy. There is no basically rules in movement, exactly rules. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know Black Powder very well. It's almost identical, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Hail Caesar played in some bat reps, quite a few actually.
Hmm. No, never tried it.
That guy and his son, Lord Vespasian, or whatever it was it Lord Vespasian?
This idiot.
Emperor Vespasian, whatever his channel's called. It was him and his son, and they do a lot of Hail Caesar games, or he used to, and I used to watch him play all the time. It's quite entertaining.
No, never. I've got the rule set, but I've never
It's all right.
played it. Yeah.
It's a laid-back set of rules.
Yeah. It'll do. Go for this big battle, see how we get on with it.
The thing is, Andrew, it's probably ideal for big battles. The bigger, the better. The way the rules mechanics work for command and control, but it plays so well and smoothly. Your big battles are a breeze. I played Black Powder a few times, and it was always just with my 10 mil. And I don't have huge collections, but the battles were okay. And I could see how if you fail one command roll and your troops, a whole brigade doesn't do anything, it could really have an impact on your game if it's a small game and you only have like maybe 3 brigades. That's a big chunk sitting there. So a big battle like he's got wouldn't be as much a big deal.
Is that English?
We'll see. Ian's whole army could be dead for a whole turn. Do nothing.
Oh, it's easy. Turn on that dice roll.
Yeah, pretty soon you're the one who's trying to attack uphill and he's got control of the river.
Mm.
Uh-oh. That could happen. Now you guys are going to have a blast. I'll be watching.
Yeah, I will as well. We look forward to this.
These are Ian's man at arms, and here, these are. This is a mixture of Black Tree, Essex. I mix them together. Black Tree design, Essex, and Games Foundry. And here is mostly all of them. These are all Perry. And I like, what I like when I just started collecting. I remember I told you this, Kurt, before. I like this color. These armies were colorful. They had these banners everywhere, and the heraldry of the commanders and the pages. This is what I was trying to do when I was painting my armies. So I think it succeeded. In the end.
Oh yeah, it's very colorful. It's beautiful. No, you're doing yourself proud with that, though.
I don't like the way my archers at that end are pointing across the river at nobody. Let's get that sorted.
Well, sometimes, orders cannot be heard here, and I'm sorry, I may make a couple of mistakes. You won't bother. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But, yes, anything else? I don't know. I don't want to bore you guys.
No, it's not boring.
Here, these, just to show you, because I like these. I like these different types of figures. These are Games Foundry and some Essex and Black Tree. Now, for example, this guy is Black Tree. It's very unique. I like him. And he's Games Foundry. He's Essex. He's Games Foundry. He's Games Foundry. Here in the back, this guy is Black Tree. You see, they're different designs, and this is Black Tree. I like the combination of. I checked before that the sizes match, so we don't have anyone looking 6'11" and someone looking a midget. But generally, they fit.
Yeah.
You have here 3 different types of manufacturers, and they look fine. These will be Ian's reserves as well.
No, it looks absolutely great. Just one day I'm not figuring it like that myself. Keep painting.
Yeah. That's the thing, storage of them all.
Yeah.
That's why I went smaller.
Yeah, that's exactly the same reason I did. I'm lucky, really, because I just got back into it when I almost immediately found the smaller scales. So before I started collecting 28s, even 15s, I think would have been too big for me, really. But when you see that, that's the.
These are the stakes that I made more recently. Where are they here?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. How do you store them?
Well, here I have them in cupboards here in the basement. This is my mother's house where I was, when I was student and when I was studying. I have a room on an apartment in the basement, let's say, of the house. Yeah. It's fine. Doesn't have humidity. It's fine, and I have them on tables and drawers and on boxes everywhere. Nothing special.
No.
But I didn't have any problem because I always sprayed them with lac after, so the color cannot be removed.
Yeah. That is something special.
Set some other view. So. I think this is nice. You can see the word.
No. And my glasses. My glasses.
What are you working on, Andrew?
Oh, I got about another just American Civil War buildings. I've been collecting for a couple of years, just different manufacturers, and
did you take some pictures of your buildings and post them on Facebook?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The ones are very impressive, the stonework.
Yep.
Yeah.
You really are taking your time with them. It shows.
Well, it's, as I said, I'm only going to do it once, so.
You got the glass in the windows looking brilliant as well.
Well, I followed Curtis's idea about putting a drop of PVA. I didn't want to do them blue, so I painted them black, and I just put I don't know what do you call it, like a German camel grey or whatever it is. Just as a couple spots of that in it, and then when that dried, I just put in just a slightly watered down PVA, just a dot in it, and it filled up the panes of glass, and it give it that, well, like reflection of sunlight on it.
Yeah.
So
thank God.
It did work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was looking for Humphrey's hand. I thought I lost it, but I found it. Thank God.
Oh, you can't go into battle one hand. He's my overall commander. I need him fully fit.
Yeah. And we need a lot of dice. You're going to have dice, I'm sure, you know?
I've got dice, yeah. What I'll have to do is I'll just have to, in fact, I'll show you, see if it works. I've got my dice tray here. I tried setting up my iPad, but all I was getting was all that feedback, that whistling and screaming. So what I'll do is, if I Can you see the dice tray there?
Yeah. Perfect.
If I roll, just put my camera down and then just roll a couple of dice.
Yep.
Can you see that?
Good.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I shall do when we do the battle. So you'll be able to see me dice roll.
There you go.
Good.
Yeah.
What's the best to take pictures? Portrait, landscape, close-ups, sport. What do you think is the best? Special scene, the best type. Manual exposure, AV.
Oh, your settings,
Settings for a camera to take pictures.
video or still?
Oh, still, yeah.
Still pictures.
Creative auto.
What are you using? Your hand camera?
Yeah.
Put it as high as you possibly can. HD at least.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Put it in landscape.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. It looks good in landscape. Fucking hell.
And your exposure, if you can control that, make sure it's pulling in as much light as you possibly can get before it starts to white out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yep, this color doesn't work.
And the light from behind the camera, right?
Well, you don't want shadows.
Yeah. So you say landscape, huh?
Yeah, landscape. That's like the wide picture as opposed to just like a straight up
Yeah.
and down type of thing.